Lyra and the robot with a missing heart. Lyra was not like the other children on her street. While they played with shiny new toys, Lyra loved to explore the junkyard at the edge of town. She believed that every broken thing had a secret story and a second chance. With her goggles perched on her hat, she would spend hours searching for forgotten treasures. One afternoon, tucked behind a pile of old car tires, Lyra found him. A rusty, broken robot with a tilted head and an empty space where his arm should have been. He looked so sad and forgotten. "Don't worry," Lyra whispered, gently touching his cold metal hand. "I'll fix you." Lyra carefully wheeled the robot home to her small workshop. She worked for days, using her collection of gears, wires, and screws. She hummed a happy tune as she reattached his arm and polished his dusty metal shell until it gleamed. Finally, with a soft click and a whir, the robot's eyes blinked open. "Hello," he said in a voice that sounded like a music box. Lyra named him Cogsworth. He was perfect, except for one thing. The space in his chest, where his heart should have been, was dark and empty. "We must find you a heart," Lyra declared. "A glowing one." So, they packed a small bag with a wrench and a sandwich and set off on a quest. Cogsworth was a little wobbly at first, but soon he was walking with a confident stride, his hand held tightly in Lyra's. Their journey took them through the whispering woods, where the trees had leaves of shimmering glass and the flowers sang quiet, sweet songs. Lyra was amazed by the beauty around her, but Cogsworth still felt a little empty inside. Deep in the woods, they found a wise old owl perched on a branch. "We're looking for a glowing heart for my friend," Lyra explained. The owl hooted softly. "A heart is not something you find, little one. It is something you feel." "But how?" asked Cogsworth, looking at his empty chest. The owl blinked its big eyes. "It will glow when you perform an act of true kindness," it said before flying away. Lyra and Cogsworth looked at each other, confused but hopeful. They continued on, and soon they saw a tiny bird on the ground, chirping sadly. It had fallen from its nest and couldn't fly back up. Cogsworth looked at the little bird, then at the high nest. He knew what he had to do. As Cogsworth gently placed the bird back in its nest, a soft, warm light began to glow from the empty space in his chest. It wasn't a crystal or a gem, but the light of his own kindness. He had found his heart after all.